Yesi jandam nye munjai jandam ye muse munjai yesi jandam wo hoi enye jai Okatakyie yatena social media haka say as a journalist and I say as somebody a woni pakakra wo mutio no stop doing jandam. Now me do you think say Mr. T jandama menya listeners? No. Everybody will run away. I just say bia Woma ye dia tro ene build omu from scratch. Womu na ebeti. But obia opeso di nokre nanti. Because enkrofo bebre some people enyo obia some people are very lazy to look for information. Sometimes they rely on broadcaster they say to know what is going on in the country. And there's any panel so show na so bedru baby na so hun say information or the bread the bia na ye throw and you cry. You are doing it for your personal gains. Nipa na be jai uti. Yeah. Because me omo munni in real life no. Omeka chiro. Me ade a me chiri wo me life mu na you bi o twantro. Se me no wudi nkita hunde a I'll be honest with you. Ade a me be ye bia na ade a wo be ye bia me mo ahun se ade wo ye wrong. Se me ntimi ye bibi e manwa I'll let you know se me ntimi ye. Asem na me be ka chiro no so nya no kra me nka nchiro. Enti omo ni me in real life no. Omo ni ma dinkita hunde in real life mu eni masema me kan. And some of them are watching me. Omo ni masema me kan. Enti me ade a me de ye wa wo mpe no man fan ye me chiri nipa o twantro. You cannot do it, I cannot do it. Asema wo be ka kire me wonim se eyentura man kan kire me kanokra kire me. And I know say enkrofo bebre so sa na omotie nipa bi wo ho a udi na temo mfa no ba de o kiri na ye so be twantro a kire no. That's how I am mechi obi odi ntro. Eze say obi say na daji to data ba social media ebe rely on information that's how be manage and man ade chi a wontie. That is why I hear enkrofo bebre a on my social media says no lose credibility because of any hypocrisy. Okatakyie Afrifa jandam bi wo social media. Na ye be reading Kevin Taylor post bi concerning tokenons and semi trendy. Okatakyie Afrifa be posting some wo Twitter. Are you regretting for voting for NDC? If yes, why? If no, why? Into be posting say Ghana for manu muhu se mutu abama NDC. Say ane wanu huwa na wachire yes na wachire ni entia. Say dabia na wachire no na wachire ni entia. Ena kurofwe commenti. Ewo ena abrante bi a friend professor ebe ye main survey na nkasa say, are you regretting voting for NDC? Yes. Now I vote to. No, now I vote to. Nipa 6,470 and a 2 waba. Out of 6,470 people, no. And 91% said no, they haven't regretted giving their vote for the NDC. And 9% per se, yes, they are regretting. Coming in the NPP forum, no. Say, Oko Okatakyie Afrifa ne for the records platform no Twitter me be kira wade so kwa na platform no so Twitter over 14.2k followers ho nipa 14,200 ene dinechi na views a onyaye ewo post no ho ye 136k views. Inti meaning Wamo share post no more than the followers. Okatakyie, now you see the reason until people don't want to follow you. And yes, they see it every day. But omu say ajuba na wuye asensentwere ni no 80% ya tro. So they don't follow. You know why? Tie. Who 14k followers. Now I make it post we. Na nipa 136,000. And I won't post no. And out of 136,000 no, emu 6,470. And I two bottom. Now say one man even 20% of voters no, because Okatakyie Afrifa not all expected 20%. Not all expected say percentage ni be high from the yes say ambomanu omo. To common 20% kura wanyam free on one followers work. In this post, they weren't honest with him in this post. On one followers, no munya honest with him as a journalist. I want to so for so mube two kakraka on so say Dabi. So you can see clearly from afar say percentage a free mu e buy no from the years are now expecting no now voter turnout near low, as you can see. Nti jandama no person set no e collapse here. Now you heard here. Tiha yetiha ena enra tokono asem sorry bio na ushani amount muze. This NPP people, they are behind this. Yes, they are behind this. Once you see and Sanfa to Kurunya day and see a Kunyan so as what? As Chief Justice. Now, share organizations in no more than one, maybe chair for 2 or more. You can see now you had here. Kevin Taylor reacted, young kind quick. While Ghana was in a state of mourning over the tragic loss of 8 distinguished men who died in the line of duty, the so-called Commonwealth Lawyers Association chose this movement of national grief to exhibit the highest level of ignorance and disrespect. In an audacious display of arrogance and stupidity, this group had the nerve to instruct the President of Ghana to reinstate the suspended Chief Justice, Gertrude Araba Tokono. What the heck? Let us be clear. While every individual or association has the right to express an opinion on matters of national interest, the tone and content of this so-called press release from these self-styled lawyers were not just disrespectful, they were outright stupid, legally flawed, and a disgrace to the very profession they claim to represent. To say, na ye wa rehuo mu a na ye ni abri morning no na nkrofobia from Commonwealth lawyers for enam krum ha say ane yazanfa to kuno tunsiso, which was a disrespect to the nation. You see, the presidency of Ghana is a constitutionally established office, not some roadside acquisition kiosk where any group of charlatans can march in and issue unlawful commands and demands. The process for the suspension or removal of a Chief Justice is clearly outlined in the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, and no foreign or local association has the authority to dictate how constitutional procedures should be bypassed in Ghana. It must never happen. It can never happen, and it will never happen. To say, Ghana presidency office next year, a true constitution they are establish you. And so, and said you a lotto kiosk be. esiwona no usori wa wure mako kikani ope dabi kura. Reading through their nonsense, it is both laughable and pathetic that a group calling itself an association of lawyers will demonstrate such a shocking ignorance of Ghanaian law. These so-called legal minds had taken even 5 minutes to read Article 146 of the Constitution. They would have known that the president cannot unilaterally reinstate a chief justice under investigation without due process. Until say, some crowd now read Article 146 of Ghana Constitution and Kombe say president nentimi sign fa chief justice nensia konwano so bio until the process is done. In their poorly drafted, legally hollow statement, the Commonwealth Lawyers Association failed to cite a single provision in Ghana's laws that supports their ridiculous demand for the reinstatement of the dishonorable tokuno they are crying for. Not one was stated. Instead, they resorted to emotional blackmail and cheap sensationalism, hoping to bully a democratically elected government into subservience. And they was saying, Nientia was so share your friend saying, and Crofoya or Munkasaya. They couldn't what? Cite a single provision, a single thing I want Ghana law more, actually say, ye bet man fato kunasia konyaso. Se Ghana law mo be him fan actually say, Chief Justice I suspending a ye investigating no, ye bet me send na sia konyaso bio, I investigation in ye. Take bisa say him fan a constitution actually say, they couldn't. Fortunately, Ghana is not a banana republic where pressure groups can override our laws. The Attorney General's office has already sound response. That should be it for them. Moving forward, the Ghanaian government and particularly the Attorney General's office must adopt a zero-tolerance approach to such idiotic demands from groups with no legal standing in and outside Ghana. If every association with a printer or fax machine and an inflated sense of importance can issue directives to the President of the Republic of Ghana, then tomorrow we will see the Momoni Sellers Association of Ghana, the KVIP Operators Union, and the Rice Sellers Collective, the Ashawo Boys and Girls Association of Ghana, the Trumu Association of Ghana. It is also releasing statements demanding the President dance to their tune. This is not how a serious nation operates. Of course, Ghanaians are not fools, at least not in this new era. We know exactly where this reckless statement originated and the desperate political actors pulling the strings behind the scenes. But here is the news flash for them. The law is the law forever. The law is forever the law. No amount of nonsense press releases, media manipulation, or self-engineered pressure can change the fact that Ghana is a nation governed by rules and not the whims of a few over-entitled individuals hiding behind fancy titles. The government, with its historic two-third majority in parliament, blah blah blah, you know this already. And guys, this is Kevin Taylor's response on this particular issue. Tokuno case na banate. Okatakyie say they should sit down and watch. Now say every day association be back na ban ya de na association be ya de na no tuma. At the end of the day, no man a serious nation. Why can't we sit down, relax, and wait for the results? Why are we rushing? What I say? Okay, so Okatakyie Afrifa jandam no ye any day. And no na ya killing a faster. Mincha maji.